This ugly person that you're seeing on my screen right now, he's called Tanner Horner. So, what did he do and why am I calling him ugly? He unalived a 7-year-old. A 7-year-old called Athena Strand. So, he was working for FedEx. So before we get into it, because I am actually okay, a couple of people are going to be confused if you're actually a subscriber already, but I don't do crime videos, those people who actually come and talk about crime, and I love those kind of videos, by the way, but I've always had an issue a little bit by doing them because I'm like, they're always talking about somebody who got unalive, some sort of kind of they're always talking about people who got unalive, and I was like, God, that is too dark for me, so I decided to not do a crime channel. But I'm here today because I am tired of hearing people going to throw and staying there forever and ever and ever and not getting unalive quickly enough. It takes away from our money, tax-paying money, and I am really annoyed by that, and that is actually where my video is going today. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's fine, great. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and tell me what you think in the comment section once you finish watching the video. So let's go. So what happened? So on November 30th 2022, Athena Strand disappeared from her house, and now we know that a former driver we now know that Tamara Horner actually kidnapped her from her house, abused, essayed her, unalived her, and then dispose of her body. He was a delivery driver for FedEx, I believe. He came, dropped a gift. Actually, the gift was for her, and kidnapped her, put her in the truck, the delivery truck that he was driving, did whatever it is, cleaned the truck so he thought that people wouldn't know. We have footage showing that she was in the truck, that he had kidnapped her, and at some point he even came out, and after being, asked question by the police, he obviously admitted that he actually kidnapped her and unalived her. The sentence came couple of days ago. He was sentenced to D-row. So he's going to actually be there until he got unalive. Obviously, you don't get unalive right away. It gets appealed first because they're in Texas. Obviously, with all the equipment, with all the evidence we have, it is normally starting to be on D-row, and he's going to get unalive, hopefully somehow and quickly enough. So why am I here today? You have a lot of people out there, and I'm somebody who, I don't like people getting unalived or anything of this sort. I don't even like the Second Amendment. But I'm gonna say this: if you are somebody who does stuff like that to kids, even if you don't unalive them, if you touch kids, if you're a PDF file, if you are a grandparent abuser, actually abuser, if you are crazy like that and they put you on D-row, and on that D-row we have all the proof that you did it, you should have maximum 2 years on this planet. And I say this because I am really tired to see these people doing crazy thing, unaliving people. And this also goes for serial unalivers, like serial unalivers. If they do stuff like this and we have proof that they have taken out multiple people, we have DNAs and images and everything that goes with it, we know they did it, like 99.99999% that they did it, they should have a maximum 2 years on this planet. Then they gotta go see the devil. Because again, although I am a pre-life person on everything, if you have taken the innocence of a kid, if you have taken a life of a person, and it's not like, the person was trying to unalive you, then you unalive them, because that is also another case, then you can't be here anymore. And we cannot be paying for your meals while you're sitting in jail for free, you're eating, you're playing basketball, you're having a life, you're not even participating, and our money is feeding you. That is a hails to the no. This video actually is motivated by a video that I saw from Ruined Leon. I love his videos, and I never understood this. People who actually do stuff like that, then they're going on death row, they're going on D-row for like 20 years, 25 years, while they have unalive like a 20-year-old. So it means that they're going to live longer than the life of the person that they took. This is not normal. I saw a video a couple of days ago from Leslie, this chick. I'm going to play it right here. And I agree. If you did it, and we are sure you did it, and I'm saying that because obviously there's a lot of people in jail. There are not a lot of people, but there are a couple of people in jail that didn't really do what they are blamed to do. So sometimes, they will spend like a couple of decades there and be like, oh, we have now proof that you didn't do it. Sorry. And they will give them a couple of, again, our money, taxpayers' money. And it's not us that have put them there, but again, I understand that part. But I don't want to keep feeding people who are PDF files sitting on zero for no reason. Under 2 years, the government have to be able to prove, the court, they gotta be able to prove that this person really did this, and we gotta let them go to see the devil, because it is not normal that we keep feeding people who should not be here, that have, do bad thing to kids or grown-ups or very, very old people, and they're still here. There is no way. If the jury has chosen that, you don't get life, you get zero, and you gotta, go, then you got 2 years maximum. We all know that this guy did this. They have all the images, we have the confession, they have everything. This guy should not be here next year. 2027 should be, if he sees 2027, he should not finish 2027. He should be out of our planet, not breathing our air no more. And there are a lot of petitions out there just saying that. And I think like every single state should actually have that law on lockdown. If you have done something so nasty, horrendous, such as taking and raping a little kid, and unaliving them and dispose, because I believe he chopped that little girl. What happened is on December 2nd, they find the nude body of Athena before arresting Horner and charging him with aggravated kidnapping and capital unalivement. If somebody does that and we know it's you cannot be here more than 2 years. You cannot be breathing God's air for more than 2 years. There is no way we should be feeding you for more than 2 years. It does not make sense whatsoever. And on that, I could not believe myself when I'm saying that, I am somebody who now supports zero, because again, that's not my thing. I am a very pro-life kind of person. I believe that you should try. But if you're taking somebody's life, once again, and the person was not trying to take you out, then you gotta go. And on that note, let me add another case to this. Yesterday also, or a couple of days, another person got sentenced. She called.
And off the top of 7, we start with some breaking news. A teenage girl who stabbed her boyfriend to death has been sentenced to 17 years in prison. The stabbing happened back in 2024 when both she and the victim were just 17.
A 17-year-old who stabbed her boyfriend, Jahara Malik, and she unalived him. And obviously there are even footage of it, which is, I have not seen them. I don't actually want you to see them. But she got sentenced for 30 years, 20 that is compulsory, and then 10. And I'm like, no, because I don't even understand. But I actually blame grown-ups, and like the American society is so pro, let's get vengeance on, whatever, especially with the Second Amendment and stuff. Everybody's allowed to have their own pew-pews. That obviously now kids, when they know where to find those knives in those pew-pews, they also have this kind of behaviors going on. The world has gone crazy. So I don't know why she was fighting with the boyfriend. She just took a knife, stabbed him to unalivement, and now she's going to go to jail forever. And some parents don't have their boy anymore. When I was 17, I was still a baby. I'm over 40 now. But never ever do I even think that my anger should be that loud, if I may say so, that grand for me to just be so upset so I have to take somebody else's life. This is nuts. And people were so pissed. People were like, no, because the maximum she could get was 30 years in jail. And the judge decided, oh, we're going to give her 20, and the next 10, if parole happens, she can actually get out and not be in jail for she should just be in jail for maximum 20 years. She took another person's life. And as the first case, she should also be on zero. I don't care if she was under 18. She took somebody else's life. You cannot play the baby card and act like a grown, disrespectful, crazy person. This is why when, at some point you had a kid who brought like a pew-pew to school and unalive people, they went and put the parents in jail, because if they can't get you because you're really that young, they will get your parent. But a 15-year-old, 16, 17, 18-year-old is not a baby anymore. You know what you're doing. And you should always be judged as an adult. Especially in cases like this, you should be judged as an adult. They're not like, oh, but she was not 18. Who gives a... She was not 18. Why was she doing... Why did she have a boyfriend? I had my first boyfriend, I was like 19 years old. Because before that, I needed to focus on school. And I hate this. I hate that the world has just become a place of craziness. People do crazy things every day. And I think now, if you play crazy games like unaliving people, then your sentence should be equally crazy and you should get unalived. That is what it is. That was my opinion about this. I know that this is going to be might be a controversial video, but that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Feast us out. Ciao, ciao, ciao.